Hi, Dr. P here, and I'm going to briefly discuss various ways of approaching writing a set of rules for a tabletop game. You have several choices. You can write them all at once, and if you're going to write them all at once, it can be before the game is ever played or can be when it's done. Or you can write them organically, and there are various versions of that I'll talk about. So some people write the rules, a full set of rules, before they ever play a prototype, perhaps before they even make a prototype. At the other extreme, some people don't write the rules until the game is done, quote unquote. Both of these methods are inefficient, but the first is much better than the second. At least writing the rules before doing anything else helps you focus on the mechanics. But you'll spend a lot of time writing stuff you'll throw away later as the game changes. Every game changes, some more than others. And you can't expect that what you write to start with is how it's going to turn out. Now, writing the rules when the game is done means the rules aren't being tested along with the game. The more complex the game is, the worse this idea is. Further, if you're going to write notes about how to play, and surely you don't just keep it all in your head, then why not turn them into a rule set as you go along? Why wait till the end? It doesn't make much sense unless it's a very simple game. Now, the organic method is the rules grow as the game grows. I'll call it organic. You could think of other names. I suppose you could say that's the natural way for rules to be written. They evolve as the game evolves. So whenever you play the game, you put any rule changes into the rules. You don't wait. If you're not sure whether you're going to change it, then you make a note at the start of the rules so that you realize that that's a part that you haven't decided yet. Because, of course, that is often how it works out through playtesting. But the rules gradually grow. This is how I've done it lately. I turn notes into rules. I write the initial notes about how to play as I'm conceiving the game. Then I write additional notes after each play. And these are solo plays, of course, not with other people. I want to have a game that works pretty well before I inflict it on other people. So the notes include observations on gameplay, notes of how to play, which are nascent rules, and at some point I start to turn the notes into rules. And if I play the game solo several times, I may end up with something close to a full rule set. Now, I have noticed that some rules writers like to give their rule sets version numbers, such as version 2 or version 3.4 or version 3C. I don't, because I try to revise the rules after every playtest. I use dates of the rules to differentiate files from one another. So the file name might be Borts, Borts being the name of the game, rules 0519, which would be May 9, 2019. And if I change them enough to have more than one in a month, I can put 0519B or something like that. Now, what about the order of writing? I've sometimes used what I call a shotgun style. I write whatever rules are in my mind, perhaps a section from the end, then one from the start, then one from somewhere in the middle. I intend to get it all done by the time I'm finished, but I don't necessarily go in a particular order, and that's okay if it works for you. Some people write from start to finish because it's easier for them to organize what they have and what's in their minds. You can see that my turning notes into rules kind of encourages sort of a shotgun. I've discussed elsewhere what you want in the rules and what order you want them and whether you use sequence of play or reference style, so I won't talk about that here. We all have different ways of doing this. Many of us will experiment with yet other ways as we make more games. Your mileage may vary. Thanks for listening.